Welcome everyone on YouTube. This is Moto Ace. Alright. What I'm going to talk to you about today is what to look for when buying a motorcycle. Either your first one or a second one, or trying to get back into it, buying another bike, buying a bike for a beginner. First things first, you gotta drive defensive, because people out here don't fucking ever see you. Got cut off twice yesterday. So, first thing I'm gonna dive into is if you're new to riding. I'm sure you've seen a whole shit ton of other videos, but it all depends on what you're going to be using it for. You got to think about you're going to use it to commute, to work back and forth, or just to go on long trips, or all that junk. Everyone always says that a smaller engine is better for beginner riders, which, I mean, you gotta take in consideration what you know. If you're looking at sports bikes, they got a high power to weight ratio, which means chances are the wheel's gonna come up, the front wheel's gonna come up. You can power wheelie pretty easily. Now that's probably 600cc and up. I don't know about 300cc's out there. Like small displacement motorcycles, this is a 200, and it does not get up to speed very quick. I had to go through pretty much 3 gears. There's first, second, third. I like shifting gears, and if you don't like shifting gears, I'd lean more towards a higher engine bike. Not too high. I mean, I would definitely not start on a super sport leader bike, whatever you want to call them, just because I'm not going to recommend that, because I don't know your skill. If you've been riding dirt bikes your whole life, or you've been riding your dad's motorcycle your whole life, you know how to do it. You just don't have a motorcycle yourself, and you just want to get that big bike right away, go for it. All I have to say is throttle control, especially on a leader bike. I mean, I could fucking crank this back right now and nothing would happen. It's safe, it's fun, gets me around. Could maybe pull a power wheelie in first, but I really have to crank back on the handlebars. Let's find out. Yeah, I barely got the wheel off the ground. Yeah, everything's about throttle control and clutch. I would, if you don't know how to use a clutch from a manual transmission in a car, I would practice on someone's old dirt bike or something instead of smashing your brand new bike. I would avoid leader bikes, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. All I'm going to say is throttle control and rev matching. If you don't know what rev matching is, it's explain rev matching. When you're shifting gears up or down, you want you let off the gas, you pull in the clutch, you switch your gear whichever way, and then before you re-engage the clutch, you give it throttle, and you have to give it the right amount of throttle so it picks up right where the engine's RPMs are. So you have to kind of get to know your bike. It'll take a while before you can rev match. The type of bikes I like and would recommend, I would definitely recommend a dual sport. Real fun. You can fucking do whatever the hell you want with them. And that, I mean, I would never even try to pull a wheelie on a cruiser. A lot of people say that the dual sports are kind of stupid. They're dumb. You don't need them on the streets. They're not really. Well, they're not designed to be fast. That's why everyone's coming from a sport bike or cruiser or whatever background, or just a strictly road background. They're used to fast bikes. They're used to throttle response. They're used to all this and that. But these aren't designed notoriously for the street. They're designed a lot more for the street than a strict dirt bike. Sure. With maintenance schedules, they're way down. They're not designed to be fast on the street. They're designed to be ridden off-road and off small jumps and junk like that, to do wheelies and hooligan around. That. Now that's beginning riders. That's what I would recommend. I would recommend dual sport because you can take it off-road. You can be a hooligan. It's your first bike. You gotta be crazy with it, but within reason. Don't ever ride outside of your limitations. Not to say that you can't push that limitations, because that's how you become a better rider. You gotta push your limitations. You gotta do that wheelie. You gotta fucking blow past cars, and you gotta do all that stuff. You gotta build up your confidence so you can become a better rider. I would recommend getting a cheap one. I would go used, but I don't ever trust anybody on Craigslist or wherever else you want to buy it from. I just don't trust people. That's just who I am. So I just bought a old knockoff brand of a dual sport, and it's almost been a year now, and I haven't had any major problems with it.